Thank you, all of you, very much. The piano's here, so obviously I'm going to play a song on the piano, and I'm going to try and do a serious song, because every time I do the show and I start playing and I think it's some twisted joke or something to tell, and I tell that joke and I get stopped on my way out of the studio by somebody in the audience, and they're real mad. They look at me for about a minute, give me a real fisheye. They always start the same way. They say, "Hey, you, get over here." And I know they're going to be mad, but I go over there and I say, "Hi." And they say, "What's wrong with you?" And I pretend I don't know. And I say, "What do you mean?" Then they get real mad. I say, "We was in there, we saw you. You mess around with that rotten, stinking piano, ought to break your back for you." So, you know. And I end up like a dummy saying, "Please, lady." So, in order to avoid that confrontation, I just play a serious song on the piano, and I don't have any stupid jokes or anything to tell, so I'll just do this tune. Hope you enjoy it. Wait a minute, I did hear this. Now, I don't know if you'll appreciate this, but this was a kind of a weird joke. It's about the French Foreign Legion, which I guess is not happening anymore, but this is a terrible, terrible battle they were in. I mean, troops were massacred. I mean, it's a terrible thing, but that's what went down. There was 3 guys left from this whole battalion, and they're in the Sahara Desert. And let me tell you something. I don't have to tell you, war is hell, and they're just in awful shape. The one guy was shell-shocked, and he was blinded. The shell went off right in his face, a terrible thing. He had a rag over his eyes. He couldn't see at all. Another guy, his leg was all shot up, and he was on sort of a makeshift crutch, and this last poor devil was in a wheelchair, and he just couldn't. He's all shot up, and here they are going across the desert. I mean, they're helping each other. The blind guy's wheeling the wheelchair, and the guy in the wheelchair was guiding them. The other guy, boy, it was terrible. And they finally saw a watering hole. They said, "We're saved, watering hole." And the blind guy, of course, staggered forward. He needed the water, and he couldn't see. And he fell right in the water hole. I mean, it was embarrassing. He went underwater. And then he came up, and boy, the rag floated from his eyes. And he said, "Man, I can see. There's something in this water." And the guy with the crutch hobbled forward there and dove in there, and he came out through the crutch away and said, "Man, I can walk." And the guy with the wheelchair said, "Get out of my way." And he got that thing roaring, went right down into that water hole, and came roaring out the other side with a brand new set of tires.